Ever needed to fix a computer issue but couldn't be there in person? Remote access technologies let you troubleshoot and resolve problems from anywhere in the world. In this video, we'll show you how to use tools like RDP, SSH, and TeamViewer to take control of remote systems securely and efficiently. Ready to become a remote troubleshooting pro? Let's dive in. In this course, we're going to look at remote access technologies. As an IT support technician, you will be required to assist users or clients, and, in some situations, you will not be able to solve the problem over the phone. You will need to establish a remote connection with the user's device in order to manage or resolve the issue. A remote access service is a combination of hardware and software which allows remote control of devices to be established. In this course, you will learn about protocols and applications such as RDP, Telnet, SSH, and other remote access technologies. RDP. Let's get started with RDP, Remote Desktop Protocol. This is Microsoft's Remote Desktop Access Protocol. This tool is widely used by support technicians to connect to users' workstations, but also by system and network administrators to manage and configure servers. It is therefore a tool integrated into Windows, which allows you to use the graphical interface of a remote computer as if you were sitting in front of this computer. In addition, the RDP protocol can also be used for file sharing between Windows systems. So, you should know that remote desktop access is disabled by default, and that to enable it, you have to go to the system settings of your Windows. This is a feature which is available on all Windows editions since Windows NT 4.0 Server. Once Remote Desktop is enabled on your computer, simply open the Remote Desktop Connection application and enter the IP address or name of the remote computer to connect to it. Telnet. Now, let's move on to another remote access tool, which is Telnet. It is a protocol used on any TCP/IP network. As a reminder, TCP/IP is what allows you to establish communication between two machines. And so, for our Telnet protocol, this allows you to communicate with a remote server in a command prompt window. The exchanges will therefore only be in text form. It is important to know that the Telnet client is installed on every Windows machine, but it is not enabled by default. So as with remote control, with the RDP protocol, you have to manually enable it in Windows features. Connecting to a device with Telnet will only be done on the command line, and you will therefore only work on the command line. The problem is that with this protocol, the data circulates in the clear. That is to say, there is no secure encryption, and malicious people could very well easily intercept the data. This is why, for security reasons, it is strongly recommended not to use it, and why it is preferable to go for the SSH protocol, which we will see right away. SSH, Secure Shell. SSH is both an application and a secure communication protocol. Like Telnet, it also allows you to communicate with a remote server by exchanging lines of text and receiving replies, also in the form of texts. And unlike Telnet, here the exchanges with SSH are encrypted. Connecting to a device with SSH is also done in the command prompt, and it is a tool that works on all operating systems. Again, it must be enabled in the Windows features in order to be able to use it. Third-party remote access tools. We will now see applications to install on your machine, which also allow you to remotely take control of another. These remote access tools offer a number of advantages over SSH and Telnet clients. Because, for example, they generally have screen sharing features, but also file sharing. This is very useful for us IT support technicians. We will see 4 tools to be installed, allowing remote control. VNC, Virtual Network Computing. And we start with the VNC, Virtual Network Computing software, which is a remote control system, very similar to the Windows RDP protocol. It is a very well-known software and available in server and client versions for many different operating systems. TeamViewer. Then we have TeamViewer, which is a very complete software with several features such as remote control, the possibility of doing online conferences, and flexible file sharing options. TeamViewer can also be installed on many different OS. It is a software available for free for personal use, and if it is for PRO, well, you will have to acquire one or more licenses. Remote PC. The third software for remote control is Remote PC. Here too, its main role is the remote maintenance of computers and file sharing. It is also available for all operating systems. Go to My PC. And the last tool is Go to My PC, which is a remote desktop software usable with a web browser. It is available for all OSs and it is very easy to use. Security of access methods. Before ending the course, we will quickly talk about the security of these different methods that we have just seen, allowing the remote control of a machine. With the exception of Telnet, which is absolutely not secure and very inadvisable to use, the other methods are generally very secure and allow the encryption of the data that circulates during communication. But even if it's very secure, you'll have to make sure you've chosen a fairly complex password before using this kind of tool.